Hey awesome friends, I am Awesome Danny. Welcome back to the channel. If I sound sick, it's because I am sick of you not hitting that subscribe button. Well, today we're going to be looking at a new Flathead, which is pretty exciting. We don't get many of those. This is the EBX25Ti from NiceHCK HCK. I call them NiceHCK because their stuff is nice as heck. Just being upfront, I actually really like them. Like I'm wearing them right now. They've turned into my general desk use earbuds. I use them instead of headphones. I use them instead of IEMs for pretty much anything that I do at my desk. So whenever, I'm working, not watching YouTube or anime instead of working, I'm using these guys. I've even used them in gaming a bit and they're okay. I might do that separately. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a Flathead gaming video, and I'll do like my top 3 Flatheads because I don't think I use that many, at least for gaming. But anyways, getting into the EBX25Ti. How did they choose that name? I'm not sure. EBX Extra Bestis Extreme 25 Ti. Ti I think means it has more VRAM, right? So this guy is not cheap, just straight up. It is $329.99. Maybe free shipping. I feel like there was. I'm not entirely sure, but at that point, I don't know. Whatever. So $330 for a Flathead earbud that uses a 14.2 millimeter dynamic driver. And accessories, you don't get that many, to be honest. The unboxing also itself, like, this box is huge. There's not that much stuff in here. And the unboxing, while there was a nice presentation, it also seemed like the earbuds were not secured well. And from what I can tell, a lot of people that have this also did get their earbuds rattling around in the box as well, same as I did. Just overall, my issue with the box is that there's a lot of empty space. Like accessories, you get your case, which is very nice. It's a very like soft, quality feeling leather. It might actually be leather. I'm not sure if it's even real leather, but it feels really good. And you get a really nice cable. Like this cable is actually really nice. It is cloth covered. I'm not sure how that's gonna, last after some wear and tear, if it's gonna get frayed or, and because we have a cloth covered cable, they actually did a little magnetic clip for the cable strap instead of like a Velcro, which is very nice. Cable does come in 3.5 or 4.4 termination. I got 4.4 because that's usually what I default to. But other than that, you get the earbuds and you get some foams. You get donut foams and just full foams. Also, you don't get these with the earbuds, but I have them on hand. I'll probably put a link in the description. If you're into Flatheads at all, I highly recommend you get some of these ear hooks in, just so you can have them. But like, as you can see, these are meant to go around the rim of the earbud, but I put them on towards the stem. And this is just this goes into my ear, tucks in, and it holds it in place. It makes it very secure, but also helps press the earbud up against my ear, and creates a better seal, I guess, if you can call it that, and gives you more of a bass response. And this works the same with like any Flatheads. If they can fit. So there's, depending on the shell, it might be a little bit difficult, or there's different ones. I'll put a couple links because there's like 2 or 3 different ear hooks that I have that I use. If you get these ones, make sure you get the larger ones, because since they're not going to be, like I mentioned, they're meant to be on the rim of the earbud. Since they're not going to be there, they're going to be further back. You need it to be big enough and long enough to reach. Yeah, if you get a little one, it might not do the job, As for the build on the earbuds, amazing. These earbuds are built very well. Also, the design is very subtle, just minimalistic. Doesn't look plain or cheap, even though it is kind of plain. The earbuds are all black. You get a nice little accent letting you know which side is which. Red on right, blue on left. It is supposedly aircraft titanium alloy. So like, I guess if you buy enough of these, you can make a plane. If you buy enough of these earbuds, so keep that in mind. If you want to build a plane, just get a bunch of these. They do feel a little bit heavy as the buds themselves. The cable is detachable, so you can't put like a different type of cable on there if you want to put one with like an ear hook and wear it like down style. But because they are kind of heavy, it's a little harder for them to stay in that way. That's why I just prefer down like this with these ear hooks. Overall design, awesome. Plain, elegant, sleek, kind of stealthy, and it's great. Also, the shell fits very well. These are by a good margin the most comfortable earbuds I've tried. They're just, with the little hooks, they fit perfectly. I can wear them for hours and no issues. They're great. So enough of the stuff that doesn't matter. Let's get into the stuff that does matter. The sound, right? I feel like the sound is very good, but it might not be for everybody, especially a lot of you flatheaders. You guys tend to like, you know, a lot of warmth, a lot of quantity base. These, I wouldn't say have a lot of quantity, but they have really good quality. Overall, the sound profile is pretty light, especially without the ear hooks. Bass is there, like it extends very deep into the bass, but it is low quantity. You get a little bit more with the ear hooks on, and it, like I mentioned, it's there. Like if you play something that has the bass, it'll be there. It's just not a lot of it, so it does leave you wanting. Like, this is not like other buds where it rolls off. Like, these don't feel like they roll off. It feels like they extend very, very well. Like, this driver is plenty capable. It's just not a lot of it. But with the ear hooks on, I get a better bass response. The mid bass is snappy, punchy. A lot of those bass guitars, you know, have a very good and quick tactile feel to them. Mid-range is the focus here because you don't get a lot of the treble, a lot of the bass. It just sounds very, very clean. So there's this thing with flatheads that I usually get. I don't think there's been a flathead that has sounded as clean as these, but there's always like a little fuzz or a little hue, especially in the mid-range or lower mid-range, where things feel a little bit, you know, fuzzy, just a little hazy. And I just always felt like that was just, you know, the transducer type. That's what they sound like. That's what they do. Because by the time the sound hits my eardrum, it's a little bit more diffused compared to something like I Am that just launches it straight in there, puts it in your canal and pounds away, right? But these don't have that. They're really clean. Sound outlines are very crisp. So it does give the flatheads a little bit more of a sterile, not completely, but a little bit cleaner overall sound. Male vocals do lack a little bit of that body, a little bit of that substance behind it, but they are very clean and airy, and so are female vocals. Female vocals are pretty forward. They're right up in your face. They are emphasized quite a bit, and they are very airy and sometimes a little sharp. It's really weird because I really feel like if this was on I Am and it was tuned similarly, I probably wouldn't like it. It would be like maybe a little screechy, unnatural, but it being a flathead, I feel like it really helps with the overall delivery. And treble is fine. It's not super sparkly. It's not shimmery. It extends decently. Bass extends better. I wouldn't say there's a roll off in the treble either, but it's just okay. There's just a lot of emphasis on that mid-range, a lot of vocals, very high energy. And as for the text on this set, it's very clean and super detailed. Like, it is up there. It immediately shot up to one of the top earbuds as far as text go. Just comparing it directly to the Desolation Sound, which is still my favorite flathead, it's a little bit cleaner, more concise, but it lacks the depth that the Desolation Sound and the more natural timbre and of course the bass. So Desolation Sound still overall has a beat, maybe just a little bit less crisp on the details, on the micro detailing, but as a result, the EBX25Ti lacks a little bit of that soul, and then also the depth in the stage, the holographic imaging. It's not quite there as compared to the Desolation Sound. But if you compare it to something, you know, in a closer price range, for example, the Suniva, also from TGX Ear, it's a little more on par. It feels cleaner, more detailed than the Suniva, but Suniva, you know, still has a more bass response and a little bit more depth in that staging. I prefer my Suniva with the bass mod, so that reduces mid bass response by a little bit. They're actually pretty close. So it feels like sound-wise performance on the EBX25Ti it's fine for its price. Texts are good. It comes off as very clean, well separated, super detailed, and sharp. Not sharp as a like fatiguing, but more of just like concise. Overall, like I mentioned, I really like the set. It fits well. It's very comfortable. It is very well built. It has a removable cable, which is always a plus, especially with Flatheads, especially when you get to these kind of prices. If you have a cat, you know, you want to make sure that you're able to replace the cable. I've already lost 2 Riku buds to a certain someone that's taking a nap over there. If he somehow gets his hands on this, then I can just replace the cable. You know what's funny? He has never destroyed an IEM cable. It's always been Flatheads. And like I mentioned, sound is very clean, crisp, super detailed. Also, with the increased bass response with the little wings, it just gives it an overall more neutral type tuning. So it's really easy for me to use for general desk use. So it being comfortable, it being very neutral, I just use it for everything. In fact, I've been using it to edit the videos. So like if you see a change, or if the videos sound different, it might be this. But also I did change the filter on the microphone, so if I sound a little bit different, it might be that too. As far as my rec rating for the EBX25Ti, man, they need to have easier to say names. Like, it's not that bad to spell out, but man, like saying it. The EBOX25Ti, I give it a solid rec rating of 2. Sound is good. Tuning might not be for everybody. Capabilities are there. It is a good quality driver. Build is great. It inspires confidence. I don't think that they're going to get messed up or fall apart or break anytime soon. Cable is detachable, so easily replaceable in case something happens. Very nice case. This case is very nice, and the accessories are okay. Maybe lower quantity, decent quality. The box is just, it feels like a waste. Like if they could have condensed it down, made it a smaller box, or put more stuff in there. Like, this is not a cheap set. Put more stuff in there. The unboxing was fun, but there was not much in the box. Like I just mentioned, price, it is kind of pricey. There is a lot of competition if you want to get into pure sound. Like, you got stuff like TGX Ear. It is a DIY brand, but from what I've seen, Jim has like the best customer service out of anything that I've ever seen, like any brand ever. But also, this being, you know, an actual major brand, it might be a little bit more accessible, might be a little bit easier to get. And then also sales. At some point, there's going to be sales on these. Might be worth picking up if they do end up on sale, or go check out a demo. All right, team, that's all I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't mind the back. We're moving soon. It's a mess back there. It's a mess everywhere. I'm actually moving into a dedicated YouTube office, so hopefully that will help with content in the future. I know I've been kind of absent recently. I just haven't had much time to work on YouTube, but I do want to push forward. Hopefully in a couple weeks, once I'm set up in the new place, I'll be able to push out more content. That will be my focus, and you guys will see Sunny more, I hope. It depends if he wants to be in the videos. All right, until next time, you stay awesome, friends. Bye.